Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning for Life. So today we are going to see fifth lesson, separation of substance in your NCERT syllabus for grade 6. Okay, so first let's see introduction. We saw we are separating substance from a mixture. Okay, you take a mixture, eat the mixture that you eat, no, and then you collect only the groundnuts. Okay, so that is separating a groundnuts from a mixture. So that is one separation. Like this, there are so many types and kinds of separation. We will see what it is. Okay. First one, tea leaves. So you take a tea strainer and then a tumbler. Okay, you pour the tea that is from the stove. You pour after preparation of tea. You pour the tea into the strainer. And then what will come in the tumbler? You will get the tea in the tumbler. But what will be remaining in the strainer? That is tea leaves. Tea leaves or powdered form of tea leaves will be there in the strainer. Okay, so that is one kind of separation. This separation we call it as filtration also. This is one kind of separation. So from the tea leaves remaining in the strainer is a kind of separation. Okay, this is one example. Next one, grain. So we stalks, the stalks are like this and the grains are like this. So this is wheat or paddy or rice. Paddy is rice. Okay, wheat field or paddy field. Okay, so from this stalk, this is stalk. From this stalk we are separating the grains. So that is one type of separation. Okay, that is an example of separation. Then you eat, Tamilians will call it as upma, North Indians will call it as dalia or poha. So when you eat dalia or poha, what happens? You will be very careful in taking the red chilies out from it and then you will eat, right? So that is also a separation. Okay. Next one, mangoes and guava. Now I am giving you a basket of mangoes and guava and then ask you to separate mangoes separately and guava separately. What will you do? You will suddenly take the mangoes separately and then guava separately and then you will finally separate it. So this is also a separation. But what if the separation want to be very smaller components? That is, for smaller components, how the separation will occur. So there is so many methods for separation. So we will see one by one. Okay. So first one, it is hand picking. Okay, you take a wheat. Okay, in that you want to separate. If you see in olden days, Patima and all will take that what we call it as, it is one name like this. It will be. In that they will put the wheat and then they will do like this. They will do like this so that the grains, stones and all will get removed. Okay, so by hand picking we are removing the stones, dust, husk and then broken grains. Broken grains sometimes we won't remove. Sometimes if we want we can remove. So we are removing what and all? Dust, husk, stone and broken grains. So these are the things you have to remove by hand. You are picking by hand the impurities. The impurities you have picked by hand, that is known as hand picking. Okay, the name itself, say by the name itself you can write. Apart from this, in your book they have given so many stories like activities and that and all. You can go through that. I am telling you only, I am focusing only on concepts. So I am telling you only the concepts. You just because this is very important. Concept is very important than activities. In your classroom, your teacher will teach you all the activities and etc. Okay. Next one, threshing. Threshing means separating grain from stalks. Okay. That is you are going to separate grain from stalks. So that is threshing. Threshing can be done by bullocks and machine also. So threshing means they will take the stalks together, children, and then what they will do? They will beat like this. They will beat like this so that the grains will fall on the surface and they will collect the grains from the surface. They will take the stalks and then together of some 50 stalks they will take and then they will beat like this. so that grains will come out. So that is threshing. Did you understand? So threshing can be done by bullocks also and machines also. Machines for large quantities. Okay. Next one. Winnowing. Winnowing. Look at this picture. Winnowing, a lady or a man, any man standing here, and from a height they are putting down the grain. Okay, that is grain along with dust or husk in it. Okay, this is the direction of your air. So the grains, it is heavier particles, so it will come and form a heap. Heap means this is heap. Okay, form a like a bunch, that is heap. Okay, and then this because of air, this husk will flow away. Husk means in Tamil we call it as tolli. Okay, so husk will flow away and then it form a separate heap. This will form another heap. So what happens now? You got the grain separately and you got the husk separately. So from your height you are throwing the grains. Okay, so that the husk will go away and then the grains will fall into the ground. You can pick it. So that is called winnowing. Okay. Next one, sieving. Sieving means you take this is all we will do in home. Okay, like this it will be. Here there will be a strainer. It will allow only the fine particles to pass through it and get collected here. Larger particles will stay here. That is sieving. Okay, you are sieving the flour means mavu. Okay, flour means mavu. That one you are sieving means it will allow the fine particles to pass through the sieve, whereas the larger particles, larger components of particles will stay on the sieve. So that is sieving. Did you understand? Okay. So it is also used in construction sites. Okay, for pebbles, separation of pebbles and stones from sand. So sand will have pebbles and stones. If you sieve means the stones and sand will separate, the stones and pebbles will stand on the sieve, whereas sand is a finer particle that will go through the sieve. Okay. Okay. Next one, sedimentation. Sedimentation, decantation, filtration. This is very important concept. Okay. Sedimentation. You take a beaker. I am taking a beaker here and I am filling the beaker with water and I am pouring sand in it. Okay. So I am pouring sand in it. So what happened? After some time, what happened? The sand will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. So this is sand. Sand will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. Did you understand? Whereas this sand will settle at the bottom of the beaker. This process is known as sedimentation. Settling down of the soluble particles at the bottom of the beaker is known as sedimentation, and this sand is called as sediment. This is not given in your book, but you know it. Sediment. This sand is known as sediment. Now what I am doing, I am carefully drawing in another beaker. Wait, I am not drawing water. The beaker is empty. Okay. Now the sediment is here. I am carefully making this water from here to transferring into another beaker so that water comes here. This process is of transferring water without disturbing the sediment is known as decantation. Okay. Then now the filtration, I told you tea leaves example, right? That is filtration. So you take a strainer and tumbler and you pour the tea with the tea leaves. The tea leaves will stay in the strainer and the tea will get to settle down at the bottom. Okay, so that is filtration. So that's all. Sedimentation, decantation, filtration. Evaporation. Evaporation means water becomes water vapor. That is evaporation. Example, boiling of water. You are in the stove. This is stove. You are placing the beaker, or vessel. You are placing, and then you are pouring some full of water. After some time, if you go and see the stove, after some half an hour or 15 minutes, you go and see the stove, the water will become very less. What happened means the water become water vapor. Water vapor in Tamil you call it as avi. Okay, so the water is reduced. Water has become water vapor. That process is known as evaporation. Okay. Next one, condensation. So water vapor becoming water is known as condensation. Reverse process of evaporation is known as condensation. Okay. So condensation, mist, mist means pani. Okay, pani, because of mist that will touch the leaves and then it form water. Okay, mist is a water vapor that will touch the leaves and then it form water. So this is condensation. So these are all the important topics in your lesson 5. So with this your unit is completed. If you have any doubt, please put a question in comment box. If you like my video, please do like, share, comment and then subscribe without fail and click the bell button. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching.